Hey, it's Kelly, and Ed and I just finished a morning hike, and I was celebrating on the hike that last night my Bali Creatives retreat with Valerie Wells filled. It is sold out for November, and we were totally stoked, and I'm celebrating the amazing women that are coming together from different places to join us in Bali. I still have space with my retreat with Molly, and that is also in November, and I was thinking about the November retreat with Molly because we're really focusing on using the practices I have with people who are going through transition. And so there's three things that came up for me that I was thinking about on the hike of why does Bali work so well with the practices that I do and Molly will bring to the table and Rachel will work. Like, why would it help people move so quickly through transition? When Valerie and I were in Bali in April, so much happened really quickly, and I was thinking, why? Why were the results so good? Why did this next Bali retreat fill up so fast? When we're in transition, and they can be things like empty nesting, like kids moved out of the house, or divorce is happening, or career transitions, like the moments in your life when you get to, wait, am I doing what I want to do? Like, there's something else I could be doing here. Lifestyle changes where you've been living a certain lifestyle and you decide you really want to change up your lifestyle. It could be the death of a spouse or child or a close friend. All of these moments, like the midlife crisis, all of these moments are major shifts in our lives. They are full of potential. And this is what's so key, is that we often get stuck around times of transition because it just means there's so much potential building up, and we are kind of slowing the flow because it feels uncertain. We don't know the next steps. We often kick into thinking about it. Let me think about it. Let me visualize about it. Let me write about it, which they're all great tools to use. But really, when we want to accelerate the process of transition, which is, seems even more important the older we get, like, let's get through this quicker and get on with the life we really want to live. There are three things. One, time, space, and focused practices. Those are the three things I think have really, over the years, I've watched a transition happen really fast. When we have time and space, like when we go to Bali, you're literally, once you get on that plane, you're in this whole different container of time and space. You're in this beautiful environment. You're in a place where people are caring for you constantly and so loving and kind. And then we're giving you practices. So those focused practices are transcendent. They're beyond the mind. The thinking and the visualizing, they're all mental practices. And again, they have a place, but we are more than our mind. And so being able to feel things moving, to feel differently in our body, to experience our emotions and our energy and our mental and our physical and our environment, all of those components contribute to transition and moving through faster. So coming into a container like this, when you're in transition, gives you the opportunity to really just be focused on you and move through the transition more quickly. It doesn't mean that when you go home, all of a sudden everything's better, because you're going back into the same environment. And that's also why the focus tools are so important, the focus practices, to know yourself within, not just looking at the external world, like what should I do in the world. So the practices are really important because they help you move back into your life and go back into the old scenario and become a newer version of yourself, to integrate the things you really want. That's a huge part of this retreat that we do. It's not just go away, be inspired, connect with new people, and then come right back in your old life and just fall back in your old patterns. This is very much a different type of retreat that will give you practices that you can move into your life and keep that transition going. So I was just thinking about that and wanted to share it, right? It's time and space and focused practices, and having the time to yourself, the space, which is Bali, which is an amazing place, and then the focused practices. They really give you this toolbox to creating the next thing, for actually stopping that, like not stopping, unstopping the potential that's building up, instead of it being stuck and you're like, I don't know, what's next? I'm not sure, I'm not clear. Instead of thinking about it more, it gives you more practices to move through it more efficiently. So I would love to have you join us. I know these Bali retreats are really effective, and I'd really love to support you in your transition. So if you're interested, message me and I'll jump on the phone and tell you more.